3,000
My sister, and then working full time. Like, you have to be critical. I'm like, but there's really no problem. Why should I have to analyze the problem when there's none? I wasn't just sick physically, I was sick mentally. Because
at 90, you have to,
I mean, you know how it is. Because the course requires you to study for a minimum of 20 hours per week. And that's back home, the way we study to just take exams.
It's true.
You get the point. Like, I can't believe I literally had to think about it. Like, what is IELTS?
NHS pass written there.
Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name you said it before. Hey, stop that.
Okay,
so we're going to 35 grade nightlies. Your car is really nice.
Thank you.
It's really, really lovely.
Money mindset, we are chase paper. Yeah. Shouts to my man, ma. Put in work on the regular. I saw it on yeah, but pay you ma. We dear for you ma.
Hi guys, so
hello.
Welcome to my channel. I have here another YouTuber, she also has like overseas nurse content, guys. You should head over to her channel. She has so many good stuff, honestly, UG. And I am all the way in Basildon to have a chat with her. I have a video with her on her channel. You should go and check it out. I'm sure you love it. And I'm also interviewing her for my channel. I'm actually heading over to a guy's house, somebody I'm also going to interview. And she's driving me, guys. I love her car. I think I had to buy a new car before you come over to Northern Ireland to visit me, because no, I can't take you in my car. Maybe I have to give an excuse that it's at a mechanic or something. Because no, this pressure is too much. It's actually really nice and it smells good. It smells so good.
Thank you.
So this is Opeyemi Godis. Welcome on my channel. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Nanelle.
So you're driving me to
yeah,
and then we'll just have a quick chat.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so Opeyemi is from Nigeria. Opeyemi, just something short about yourself, because the trip is short. Okay, so just something short about yourself.
Of course, I'm Opeyemi Godis. I'm a theatre nurse, an orthopedic scrub nurse to be precise.
Okay.
And of course, I work in Essex.
Okay.
And what else? I'm a YouTuber, wife, and all the good stuff, really.
And how many years have you been in the UK?
2 years.
Okay.
Wow.
You've been in the UK for 2 years?
Amazing. I didn't even realize. I just thought about it. Yeah, it will be 2 years in next month.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Wow. You have been working in the NHS since, right?
Yeah. I actually resumed in the NHS.
Okay, and I know you're doing a program in school.
Oh, yes, I am.
What program is that?
So it's a master's in nursing.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah.
So you already have a degree and then you're doing a master's?
Yeah, I already had a bachelor's degree from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing so well in 2 years.
Sorry?
How long have you been in this school?
So about 6 months now in total. 6 months, because I resumed in June.
Okay.
I resumed in June and it's been 6 months.
Oh, okay. What school do you mind sharing?
Oh, of course, I don't mind sharing.
Okay.
So it's okay. So let me start with when I started applying.
Okay.
I applied to 2 unis.
Okay.
I applied to University of Derby and University of Sunderland.
University of Derby is really popular with overseas nurses that are trying. Yeah.
So I tried University of Derby and University of Sunderland. I applied to 2 schools. Sorry, I'm trying to make a U-turn in a very small space. So and I pretty much submitted the same document to both schools. I mean, it was the same course, master's in nursing. So I submitted the same document. I got everything ready, and all I needed to submit was, of course, my bachelor's degree. And I submitted my high health, but it wasn't really.
What is high health?
What is IELTS? International English language testing.
You mean IELTS?
Yeah.
Okay. The way you said it. Okay.
I can't believe I literally had to think about it. Like, what is IELTS?
So your IELTS, but okay.
It wasn't really necessary, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't really necessary.
Okay.
But I submitted it. You know why it's not
You said
necessary?
the other school was what school?
Two schools, Sunderland and Derby.
Sunderland
I'm
and
presently
Derby.
with University of Sunderland. That's where
Okay. Are you doing like an online program?
Yeah, it's part-time. Yeah. Of course, you know, as an overseas nurse,
you can
only study part-time. So I submitted my high health, which wasn't particularly necessary, because as an overseas nurse, they know that you had to take high health to even be registered. You get, but I just submitted it anyways. So NMC statement of entry, something to show that you're registered with NMC. You get.
Okay.
My bachelor's degree certificate.
Okay.
The transcript as well, and I submitted a personal statement. So yeah, I'm very big on personal statement. Like, I really want to get more like I want to convince you that I'm more than enough to survive the course, because I know master's degree can be very, very tedious. So what your personal statement does is you're literally telling the school authority that you have what it takes to survive the program. That's what the personal statement is all about. I literally just told them my history, my educational qualification from back home, my experience, my special abilities, like what I'm very good at and all of that. So I submitted that as well.
For both schools. For
both schools. It was the same set of documents. I just submitted to both schools. What else did I submit? Oh, a reference letter from my employer as well.
Did you have to submit references from Nigeria?
No. Just a reference letter from my employer.
Okay.
Saying that I work with the hospital, blah blah blah. Just regular reference letter from my employer. And I think that's all I had to submit.
So did you get admission in both?
I did. So
That's
yes.
good.
So I got admission.
Hot cake.
No, but really, if you read my personal statements, you would actually give me.
When I'm ready,
give me an
you
offer.
help me. Okay.
Yeah, I can send it to you. I can send it to
That's
you.
good. Thank you. And maybe you should do a video on that too on your channel, like how to. It's good.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't mind doing that actually. So yeah, that was so I got admission with both unis.
So what made you choose Sunderland?
Money on my sister. But this guy is parking. So money. So for University of Derby,
after 200 yards,
I was told the fees was 8,505
for the entire course.
For the entire course.
And how many years is it?
So it's a 2-year program. For University of Derby, 3 years.
University of Derby, the master's is 3 years.
It's 3 years
for part-time.
For part-time.
And it's how much?
8,508
for the 3 years.
For the 3 years, but then they were saying it's very possible that it might increase. I think every academic year.
Okay.
Every academic year,
they'll add something
like 3%. They'll add something like 3%.
Onto Lincoln and turn left immediately.
Okay.
So yeah, theirs was 8,505.
Okay.
And then I'll be required to pay £945 per module. But for Sunderland, I think theirs is
945
45 per module.
Aside the 8,000.
No. You don't have to pay the 8,505 at once.
Okay.
More like an installmental payment. You pay in installments.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for Sunderland, how much was it?
For Sunderland, it was 7,200, I think. There was like 1k difference, honestly. It was just £1,000 difference.
But it's still a lot.
It's a lot. So for Sunderland, per module, I pay £600.
Okay. So 600 and 900.
I mean the gap,
yeah. Okay. And then for Sunderland, how many years is it?
2 years. Theirs is accelerated.
Okay.
So it's actually more tedious.
Okay. So do you have like online classes?
Yes, at the moment.
And do you get like your schedule way ahead of time?
Yeah, so everything is actually planned. They have recorded lectures. They have online like if you're not able to watch lectures, they have recorded lectures that you can actually watch.
Okay.
So the assessment is in several parts, like how they assess student. So we have formative assessments and we have summative assessments.
Okay.
So for formative assessments, we do one formative assessment in a week.
Okay.
And then at the end of every module, we take summative assessments at the end of the module. So during the module, you take formative assessments. At the end of the module, you take summative assessment.
Okay.
So the summative assessment can be in form of case studies. It can be essays. It can be reports.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we write reports. Sometimes we write plans, case studies, and critical essays, like essays that require critical analysis and all of that.
Okay. Okay. So how are you combining work?
My sister, it's crazy.
It is. I can imagine.
It is crazy. It is crazy. So combining has been very tedious. Nanelle, I'm just being very honest. Like, it's been very, very tedious for me. Very, very tedious. Number one, because like I said, every week you have to submit formative assessment. Secondly, because I'm not so, the way you're Ghanaian, you might be able to relate with this. Like back home, the way we study to just take exams.
It's true.
You get the point. Like,
but here you have to really understand.
Back home we
know
study
how to apply.
It's great. So back home we study to take exams. Like they will give you questions, blah blah blah. Like pretty easy, right? It's opposite here. You have to write essays. More like you're creating an argument. More like you're trying to find a problem where there's none. So I'm like, there's no problem. Like what? So it's been very difficult. To be honest, I just started adjusting to these critical analysis state of mind. You have to, for me, I feel like until you start thinking like someone that likes analyzing something, until you start finding problems even where others will not find a problem, you won't get used to this critical analysis thing. Because I remember the first essay I submitted, the main issue I had was with my critical analysis. My tutor was like, you're too descriptive.
Okay.
Like, you have to be critical. I'm like, but there's really no problem. Why should I have to analyze a problem when there's none? So you must always be able to find a problem where there's none. But, so yeah, I've been struggling with that aspect, but of course I've been getting better as well. Like my second,
then the essays are a lot. Like,
yeah, most times you might be required to write like 3,000 words.
3,000
My
words.
sister, and then working full time. That's where the problem lies. Working full time. So I'm an orthopedic scrub nurse.
Okay.
I'm an orthopedic scrub nurse, and it is very tasking, like physically tasking. I mean, you know how it is. You have to handle a lot of equipment. So I always come back home knackered. I always come back home knackered. But then I have to, stay up and still study. Besides the other wifey duties, like you have to cook. Yeah, so
at night you have to,
you know how it is. You know how it is.
Even when you're tired. Okay.
So it's been very. There are times that I honestly feel like giving up.
Don't.
Last week, I was still telling my husband.
The fact that you've been able to be like confident to even make this step, because like people have been here for so long and then they have nothing to show for it. Like, honestly, you've done well. Honestly,
I feel so.
I've been using my mouth to say I'm going to study. I go on the websites of the schools.
Yeah.
I just start applying. Most of the things that I wanted, I didn't meet the requirements because I'm in a care home. They want people in a acute setting. Yeah. So I could not qualify, but at least I wanted to. Okay, let me do something that I can do now, and I just keep putting it aside, procrastinating, and I've been here for over 3 years now. And look at me, I still don't have anything. So like I'm really like proud and impressed with what you've been able to do in 2 years. You see, I started 2 years. Like, you've done well, honestly. Yeah, you have.
It takes a lot of commitment, trust me. Yeah. Because even though it's part-time, you're taking the same module, the same expectation.
So how many shifts do you do in a week?
I do 4 long shifts in a week. I have 3 days off in a week, but then
how often do you study? Like,
no, because the course requires you to study for a minimum of 20 hours per week. And that's just for normal classroom lectures.
Not to talk about private studies and assignments.
Because to write essays, you must have written
words.
And then I remember the very first essay I submitted, they said, I didn't use enough literature. I'm like, and you know the funny thing, my very first essay, I wasn't just sick when I was done with the essay. I wasn't just sick physically, I was sick mentally, because I was so exhausted. I was working for 2 weeks, I wasn't sleeping at night. And then I submitted the essay. I remember my first essay, I had 42%. I was literally crying. Like for 2 weeks, I was nagging at home because I was tired. My husband was literally doing everything just to make me happy and feel a bit comfortable to pursue my goals. And then I had 42%, and then they were saying I was too descriptive, number one. Number two, I didn't use a lot of literature. I was like, just kill me. Like, just kill me. Like, just kill me. If with all of this, I still haven't used enough literature, then just kill me. Just tell me you want me to die. So it takes a lot to write those essays. And because it's a postgraduate program, they expect a lot from you.
You're a nurse already.
You already have a bachelor's degree. Like, they expect a lot from you. So they're already seeing you as a researcher. Like,
why didn't you specialize? Why did doing broad MSc Nursing? Why didn't you specialize
in a field? Firstly, because, to be honest with you, I don't like clinicals.
Okay.
I've never liked clinicals.
Are you thinking of lecturing in future?
That's actually my plan. So
that's good.
I've never liked I've actually never worked as a bedside nurse.
Okay.
In fact, what prompted me to go into theatre nursing, because back home I also specialized in perioperative nursing, which is theatre nursing in the UK. One of the major reasons why I went for that course back home for the training, it's a 1-year program, was because I just wasn't ready to work on the bedside. I mean, when I was still a general nurse, I was working as a phlebotomist.
Okay.
I wasn't ready for anything related
so you're
to
good with lines.
Oh my God, don't try me with that.
Ooh.
I'm serious.
You know, I admire people who are so good with lines.
Like, even for pediatrics, I used to be very, but I've not done that in a while now. I hope I'm still good. But I will literally look at people.
You should do videos on that. Get a
really
dummy and
do all of it. There's really no time, Nanelle.
Because, I've been searching online for courses because I admire that thing so much.
Yeah.
Back when I was a student, like, there was this lady, she could line up patients like in the A&E, all those that we are suffering to get lines for, the heavy patients and stuff, and then the kids, like, she could line up. She finished this. She finished this. One try, just one attempt, like, and it was so nice for me. I could, oh God, when I graduate, let me be like her. Let me be like her. Like, it's so nice.
Yeah. So I just never liked bedside. So that was actually what prompted me to even specialize in theatre nursing. And so the reason why I'm actually doing masters in nursing, like, is because I want to be an academic, number one, because I love two things. Let me say three things. When I was in nursing school, there were 3 specialties that really caught my attention. Or 3 fields that really caught my attention. When I was on placement in theatres, I enjoyed every bit of it.
Okay.
Like, I would literally wake up and be so excited to go back the following day.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You see.
The second placement I enjoyed when I was in nursing school was public health placement. When we went to the communities, went to different communities, we're giving health talks. I enjoyed that part that we're giving health education. I was always like excited to go the next day.
Yeah.
And of course, seeing my lecturers back in school as well gingered me a lot. My father is actually a lecturer.
Okay.
He has a doctorate degree. No.
Okay.
He's in curriculum development.
Okay. Yeah. That's where the love is from.
My dad will literally be awake till like 3 a.m. in the morning,
preparing notes and stuff.
I've always known my dad to be like that. So imagine seeing your dad being up till 3 a.m. So I would be forced to also sit with him.
There are overseas nurses that are lecturing now.
Yeah.
I know two of them personally, and I'm just hoping that they'll come on the channel one day and to share.
Invite them. But I think they have their HLR already. That's indefinite leave to remain.
No.
With Tetu. Are you sure they still just have their Tetu sponsorship?
Yeah. Irene.
And they're working full-time or part-time?
Full-time. Irene has not. Irene came a year before I came. So
still
I'll talk to them.
Yeah, talk to them.
Maybe we'll have like a YouTube live whatever, and then they'll share. Because one guy also has a YouTube channel. It's called TDS Show, and he's interviewed me on it before, and he's now a lecturer.
Are you serious?
He's from Ghana.
So do they have like master's degree?
Yes, they all do.
That's
common. Both do. Yeah, they both do. Yeah. One has a master's in diabetes from Glasgow, Caledonian, and then the other one, I'm not so sure the school. They all got Commonwealth scholarships back from Ghana.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, they're both now lecturing. It's so admirable.
Yeah, because even all the jobs I've found so far, the minimum requirement is having a master's degree in nursing, and some of them always ask for postgraduate diploma in education or in teaching, something like that.
And how long
in addition, that's just for a year.
A year.
Yeah.
You have a long way to go.
Yeah,
but I can't wait to see that day.
Gosh, I can't wait.
And you know what I'm envisioning? Walking into a lecture hall right after your class, and then sitting down with you and having another YouTube interview with you. I don't want to waste your time so much. So thanks so much for sharing this. For those who want to further, what's your advice for them?
Just go for it. There's never...
Would you recommend your university? Would you?
Yeah, I like University of Sunderland, obviously because it's a bit cheaper.
Okay.
But they're very efficient.
Which other schools aside Derby and Sunderland?
A lot of schools, most universities in the UK actually offer master's degree in nursing, even doctorate degrees. University of...
No, for the ones that are for overseas nurses, that like the ones that...
Part-time?
Part-time.
A lot, actually.
A lot. Okay.
There's a school in London, Brunel University.
Okay.
South Bank University.
Okay.
A lot of
guys,
schools.
Are you listening?
Yeah. University of Hertfordshire.
Hertfordshire.
A lot of schools actually offer part-time MSc Nursing
programs.
Yeah, they do. And once you have the requirement, trust me, I would just say
most of them also give the
what's that?
The option of you paying
per module. Yes, a lot of them do. A lot of them give the option. What I would just say is there's really no perfect time. Like, I remember when I was about starting, I was considering money, like, I have a lot of things to do with money. Is this the right time? Blah, blah, blah. There's never a perfect time. Just start. And then once you start, you know you're not backing out. You'll be forced to finish.
Yeah.
Do you get so? And then once you start, just try to develop yourself in several areas. Like at the moment, like 2 days ago, I had to order 3 books on critical analysis.
How do you get the time to do YouTube? To learn and to do this? I
just create time, because there will always be time for something you love doing. That's what I've realized. So sometimes when I've not posted on YouTube for a while, I start feeling sick. I start feeling like, I'll be like, I call my husband Bob, I'll be like, are you sure I'm not sick? Because I feel sick. He'll be like, oh, you're not posted on YouTube, that's why you're feeling sick.
So, it can be that addictive. Yeah.
And it's the same with when I've not studied in a day. I start feeling so strange and weird. I'm like, oh my God, I've not even studied a topic. I've not read an article, I've not read a journal, nothing. I feel useless.
Yeah.
So
you must love studying, and
I actually love studying.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I love studying.
That's good.
And because I'm also an introvert, so it helps me. I've always loved reading books, not even academic books. I've always loved reading books. Like, you would catch me sitting in one corner just reading a book. So yeah.
I see. Thanks so much for sharing all
Thank you for coming over.
Thank you so much.
And it's the S to the C to
Right.
the R-I-T. And we got the formula. Money mindset, we are just paper.
I love your car. This is so nice. Let me sit at the back with my stuff. Okay.
Oh, you want to sit at the back?
Yeah, don't worry. So you said the green bars means it's the audio is recording?
Yeah, the audio is recording.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
let me reduce this a bit. The sat nav.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I missed it. But we're good.
Okay.
So you would edit that part out.
Of course.
Yeah. So for Sunderland, it was. Give me some minutes. I'm trying to figure out this route.
Left and then turn right onto Great Line, please.
I've been here before. Oh my God. I've been here before. How did I not realize? We're almost there. So let's go on. I know where we're going to. Let's go ahead. What were you saying?
So how do you come back?
Charlie, obey ya, obey ya, obey ya, obey ya. Chop your life, obey ya, obey ya, obey ya, obey ya. Live your life, obey ya, obey ya, obey ya, obey ya. Chop your life, obey ya. Put in work on the regular. I saw it on ya, but pay you ma. We a dear, dear, fair you ma. Quite 40 a